Hey guys, had a couple minutes off. I just want to kind of give you a quick anatomy lesson, in particular about fascia, the importance of it, and maybe why, or maybe help you deduce down to see why, a foam roller is something that's pretty important, in particular to people that are beginners, that are just getting started, those same people that sit behind a desk for many hours and develop these postural distortions that we've kind of talked about like all along. So the big thing is to realize is that muscles really don't work independent of each other. There's a big sheath of connective tissue throughout your entire body that run in different directions, but basically that are going to make what happens at your ankle affect what happens at your opposite shoulder, and so on and so forth. The whole adage that your hip bone is connected to your knee bone, it is true to a certain degree, okay? Other things that you're probably familiar with or you've heard over the course of time, is the phrase trigger points or knots. Basically what a trigger point or knot is when that fascia kind of gets scrunched up. In an ideal world, for a muscle to contract, it's almost like two pieces of paper sliding over each other to make a contraction. Okay, this being your fascia, this being your muscle, and it'll pull and it'll allow movement to occur. When you get a knot, one of the things that happens is that paper now becomes wrinkled, okay, and it won't allow communication to occur between the two areas, between your fascia and your muscle, so that you won't get a good and complete contraction. This wrinkled paper is the area, the fascia is the area that the blood is supposed to flow through to talk to the muscle to allow it to do its things. If we have this, we won't get a complete one of these. Now your brain's still going to say, I got to move, I got to throw that ball, I got to step on that step. So it's going to find another way to do that, and that's where compensations occur. That's where injuries develop. Obviously, for anybody on this program or any program, we don't want them to get hurt. We don't want them to compensate. We want them to do the right thing. So the way that the idea behind the foam roller is it acts as a means of compression, acts as a means of deep tissue massage. So it takes this crinkled paper, and the idea is we find those tender spots, and usually the tender spots are going to be the areas that are more disformed, and it's going to try to flatten them out so we can get back to that status where we're getting complete muscular contraction. Okay, so the foam roller is to identify what people normally call knots or trigger points, and to take those and to help level them back out so that we can increase blood flow to that area, so that again we can get good complete muscular contractions. Okay, how we get these knots, one more time, it's through irregular patterns, or it's from holding a pattern too long. For instance, if a person sits behind a desk, typically what you're going to see is their shoulders roll forward, their pelvis tilt the wrong way, they'll relax their stomach, they'll tighten up their lower back, and these are areas that, through our program, through any program, a good complete postural assessment is going to identify and going to try to fix before you go and you ask somebody to move. Again, irregular body positions create irregular movements, which in turn create injury, the last thing that you want. Okay, I'll come up with a few other ways to describe this to you, but I hope that this helps. Okay, talk to you later. Bye bye.